And we are back with some more Calgary Flames franchise mode in FHM 9. And in this one, I think what we're going to do is I want to see the end of Elfring's career. He's 34 years of age, so that may very well take another 5 seasons at this point. And this series is dragging on a little bit too long. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to fly through every regular season. I'll show important playoff games, but that is about it. So of course, that means we're going to try to get through to the end of Doug Elfring's career in this video, because as far as the YouTube series goes, this is going on a little too long at this point. All right, well, on February 26, 2044, and a look at the team history, Doug Elfring has tied Jerome Iginla for the most points in franchise history. One more and the record is all his. Come on, Elfring. And there it is, Doug Elfring on March 8th against the LA Kings with an assist on the goal by Cody Glockner, is now the all-time franchise leader for your Calgary Flames in points. Unfortunately, Elfring's point production has taken a little bit of a nosedive. Looks like he might end up with more goals this year than last year, but assists are only at 24 right now. Only has 49 points in 63 games played, so age is starting to catch up to him a little bit here. But still, what a fantastic player. And that's all the more reason why I want to see his career finish off here in Calgary. So with that being said, let's get through to the playoffs of 2044. 1 to 2 month injury for Doug Elfring. Are you kidding me? That might cut into the playoffs. Well, at least he was able to get the record this year, but still, that's unfortunate timing. All right, we're going into the 2044 playoffs with a record of 57, 18, and 7. Finished first in the league. So once again, hoping for a championship type performance out of your Calgary Flames. It's going to hurt that we don't have Elfring to start out, but he should be back soon. Hoping by the second round, he will be good to go. Take a quick look at the stats. Henderson leads the way with 91 points in 78 games played, 88 for Pegamagabo. So he stepped up with Elfring going down with the injury, but of course Elfring has dropped point-wise anyway. Blizzard was 66, Glockner was 66, 46 for Antolovsky, and a bunch of good depth scoring there. And a goal, a 917 save percentage for Nordstrom, and Debu in 31 games played with a 903. So Evan Nordstrom, the call-up, plays more games than Debu. I don't know what it is about Debu these days, but coach is flipping back and forth between him. Not really sure if he wants to play him or not. All right, series against St. Louis, game number 1 will be a 4-2 Calgary victory. Shots are 36 apiece. 3 stars game, Vokac, Davidchenko, and Creech. Remember, we're just going through these quickly here. Oh, Jameson with a 1 to 2 month injury. Game number 2 will be a 7-0 Calgary victory. Shots are 37-12 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game, Henderson, Semenikov, and Murphy. Game number 3 will be a 4-3 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 36-31. 3 stars of the game, Lep, Perron, and Blizzard. All right, elimination game 4. Here we go. Ooh, there's a goal by St. Louis, Doug Dixon. But there's a goal for us, Edward Murphy from Creech and Sakhanov. There's a goal for them, Blaine Chernoff. Ooh, another one for them, Scott Sabo. And a final dagger there, Andrew Goebel with the goal to get them the 4-1 win. So they avoid the sweep. Shots at 37-36. 3 stars of the game, Goebel, Shorey, and Dixon. Come on, Calgary. Game number 5. Goal by St. Louis. I believe that was Scragg who scored, and Blizzard with the goal for us gets it tied at 1. Oh no, a major injury. Jeremy Couillard. I traded for him in the offseason, and that's not good. He's one of our better defensemen. Tim Knight with the goal from Creech and Vokac. Makes it 2-1, but they get a goal, Mosher. Braden Creech from Glockner and Lazari. There you go, Torka from Blizzard and Murphy. And there's another one, Creech from Henderson and Sakhanov. There's one for Semenikov from Henderson, makes it 6-2. 7-2, Pegamagabo with the goal. 8-2, Murphy from Pegamagabo and Torka. There's another one, CJ Wolf from Semenikov and Nagabin, makes it 9-2. And that is all she wrote for this game and the series. We're moving on to round number 2. Shots 34-29 in favor of Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game, Creech, Murphy, and Torka. That is a 2 to 3 month injury for Couillard, and we'll be facing the Edmonton Oilers in a Battle of Alberta for round number 2. Game number 1, we have 5-2 Calgary victory. Shots are 44-26 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Antolovsky, Knight, and Pegamagabo. Oh no, Henderson's injured. Oh, 1 to 2 months with an elbow strain. These injuries, man. Let's take a look at our injury list. Couillard, Lawrence, Hedquist, Jameson, and Henderson. 4 forwards. Not a good look. Come on, guys. You got to battle through it. Game number 2 here. 4-2 victory. Shots of 24-26 in favor of Edmonton. 3 stars of the game, Antolovsky, Blacksmith, and Vokac. Game number 3. Come on, Calgary. There it is, a 6-3 victory. Shots of 33-30 in favor of Edmonton. But once again, we get the win. 3 stars of the game, Torka, Pegamagabo, and Elfring. And game number 4, going into it, it's an elimination game. There's a goal for them, Morin, right off the bat. gets Edmonton to a 1-0 lead. There's another one. Rempel for Edmonton makes it 2-0. 3-0 Sutherland. Man, this team really hates game fours, don't they? Second period underway. There's another Rempel. Yep. All right, K Blizzard with a goal. Makes it 4-1. But there's 5-1. There's 6-1. Man, come on, guys. There's another one. Rempel with a hat trick. Yikes. This is pretty ugly. Yeah, 8-1. 9-1. Jeez. That was definitely very rough. Shot to 35 apiece. 3 sides of the game. Rempel, Bickle, and Perron. Time for game number 5. Will there be a different outcome this time? Let's hope so. Come on, Calgary. There's a goal late in the first for Edmonton. Sutherland. There you go. Nagabin with the goal from Lazari and Lep. There's a goal for them. Lidner. Rempel with the goal makes it 3-1 late in the third, and that'll be it. 4-1 win for Edmonton. We're headed to game 6. Shots are 29-27 in favor of Edmonton. 3 starts the game. Washington, Moran, and Rempel. Game 6. Come on, Calgary. Get the first goal. There it is. CJ Wolf halfway through the game gets the first goal of the game from Blizzard and Creech. But there's one for them. Limoges. And then Louis Perron makes it 2-1 Edmonton. Oh, man. 3-1 Edmonton. Lindqvist. Oh, man. Mares with the goal. Are we really about to blow a 3-game lead? It was 3-0. And we're headed to game 7. Come on, Calgary. Like, that's 3 stars of the game. Mares, Bickle, and Lindqvist. Game 7 of round number 2. Really shouldn't have gotten this far. Pegamagamo with the goal from Antolovsky and Torka. Makes it 1-0. There you go. Blizzard from Glockner and Vokac makes it 2-0. There you go. Vasu with the goal from Sakhanov and Lazari makes it 3-0. 4-0. K Blizzard from Tim Knight and Edward Murphy. Third period now. Glockner with the goal from Vokac and Semenikov. And one more for good measure is 6-0 now. Geronimo Lazari from Sakhanov and Nagabin. And that's it. And thankfully, we move on to round number 3. Shots are 43-28 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game. Dubu, Sakhanov, and Lazari. So coach seems to be going to Dubu with these playoffs. Yeah, Nordstrom hasn't played at all. So despite having a much better save percentage and more games played in the regular season, Dubu's starting here in the playoffs. He's doing all right so far. I mean, we had a bit of a scare there, taking it to game 7 in round number 2, but here we are in round number 3 against the Arizona Coyotes. Game number 1 will be a 3-2 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 35-30 in favor of Arizona. 3 stars of the game. Elfring, Pibas, and Vokac. Game number 2 will be an 8-2 Calgary victory. Shots at 40-32 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game. Semenikov, Knights, and Sakhanov. Oh no, Elfring again. Doesn't appear to be too major, only day-to-day, but he still can't play. Game number 3 against Arizona will be an 8-3 Calgary victory. Shots at 43-29 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game. Blizzard, Torka, and Sakhanov. Oh my goodness. Creech and Glockner now? Are you kidding? Bruce thigh day-to-day for Creech. Glockner, hip soreness day-to-day. So it's nothing too major overall, but still with the amount of injuries we have, the game is definitely testing us. So we have to call up a forward now. Dave Beck is going to be it. All right, Calgary. Game number 4. Elimination game 4. We all know how these go as of late, but we'll see if there's a different result here. John Weaver with the first goal of the game. There you go. CJ Wolf with the unassisted goal. Makes it 1-1. 2-1, Yuri Vasu. Except for 2. Start of the third period. Oh, John Weaver makes it 2-2. And we are headed to overtime in game number 4. Come on, Calgary. We have to head to a second overtime. Come on, Calgary. There it is. Torka with the goal. Sends us to the Stanley Cup Finals. Right back where we belong. Shots are 51-34 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game. Wolf, Rika, and Jameson. And we'll be facing the Philadelphia Flyers in the Stanley Cup Finals. Here we go. Game 1 against Philly. It's a 5-4 Philly victory. Shots are 41-34 in favor of Philadelphia. 3 stars of the game. Butler, Elfring, and Anderson. All right, game number 2. Come on, Calgary. I'll be a 4-1 Calgary victory. Shots at 32-24 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game. Semenikov, Antolovsky, and Elfring. And game 3 will be a 3-0 Calgary victory. Shots at 33-24 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game. Antolovsky, Semenikov, and Lep. Oh my goodness. Wolf and Blizzard now. Blizzard's looks long-term indefinite. CJ Wolf day-to-day with a stinger. And game number 4 will be a 4-1 Philadelphia victory. Shots are 33-24 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars game. Reynolds, Merkel, and Kuma. Key game number 5 will be a 5-4 Philly victory. Shots are 47-33 in favor of Philadelphia. 3 stars of the game. Featherstone, Semenikov, and Balfour. And now Torka is injured as well. Are you kidding? Back stiffness, 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, look at these injuries. Ridiculous. Almost all of our forward core. Torka, Lawrence, Hedquist, Henderson, Blizzard. You know what? I'm bringing in Henderson. I took Henderson off the injury reserve. He's not fully healthy yet, but backs against the wall here. Stanley Cup Finals. We're down 3 games to 2, so I feel I'll take the chance. And you know what? Henderson was our top point scorer as well. So something we kind of need to do here. Here we go. Game 6. Need to win 2 in a row. Come on, Calgary. There's one for them. John Reynolds. Oh, there's another one. Sergei Sokolovsky. There's another one. Featherstone. Not looking good. Oh, Donald DeBrina. Brendan Powell. Just stop already. Braden Creech with the goal from Lep and Pegamagabo. But we got a mountain to climb here. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. We're in the third period now. Mitchell Maynard. Brendan Powell makes it 7-1. 8-1. Brendan Powell, my goodness. And that is it. We lose in game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Shots at 32-29 in favor of Philly. 3 stars a game, Powell, Greenlaw, and Reynolds. That's unfortunate. And once again, your Calgary Flames were absolutely plagued with major injuries to key players such as Blizzard, Hedquist, Lawrence, Torka, Queerd. So injuries these past couple of seasons really are not liking the Calgary Flames, unfortunately. So that is it for this season. Let's move on to the next season. And here we are at the playoffs with the 2044-45 season. We finished first in the league once again with a 58-win season, 119 points. Dan Henderson leads the way with 103 points for his first 100-point season, following up a 91-point season last year. Then you have Doug Elfring getting back to over a point per game player. 85 points in 81 games played as a 35-year-old. The man just does not stop. In goal, you had Nordstrom and Watson. We had to move on from Debu, unfortunately, due to his contract. But both Watson and Nordstrom did an okay job, 909 and 910 save percentages, respectively. And we'll be facing the Colorado Avalanche in the first round, so let's get right to it. Game 1 will be a 2-1 Colorado victory. Shots are 45-26 in favor of Calgary Flames, but we still lose. 3 stars of the game, Lundgren, Semenikov, and Breitenbach. I mean, we certainly poured the shots on, but unfortunately couldn't score for whatever reason. All right, game number 2, we have a 2-1 Calgary victory. Shots are 30 apiece. 3 stars of the game, Vokac, Govadaris, and Murphy. Game number 3 will be a 1-0 Calgary victory. These tight games, man. Nothing but 1-goal games so far. Low scoring as well. Shots of 43-17 in favor of Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game, Breitenbach, Fraser, and Vasu. Breitenbach's been great. Game number 4 against Colorado will be 3-1 Colorado victory. Shots are 47-27 in favor of Calgary. So once again, we outshoot them by a wide margin, but Colorado gets the victory. 3 stars game, Phillips, Pegamagabo, and Breitenbach once again. Oh man, Breitenbach is killing us so far here this series. I mean, we're lucky it's a 2-2 series tie, honestly, with how well he's been playing. Let's see his save percentage during the regular season. It looks like he was actually the backup for Colorado during the regular season. Only 19 games played and a 911 save percentage. And now all of a sudden, so far during these playoffs, 4 games played, a 970. I mean, that's just ridiculous. we have to solve this guy. He's human. He was a backup during the regular season. We just have to solve him. Come on, guys. There you go. 4-2 Calgary Flames victory. Shots of 32-31 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Vokac, Phillips, and Pegamagabo. So now we're up 3-2, heading into an elimination game 6. Come on, Calgary. Here's to the second round. First period underway. There's a goal by Lawrence from Blizzard and Knight. And there's another one. Blizzard from Lawrence and Wolf. Makes it 2-0. 3-0. Doug Elfring is first of the playoffs from Knight and Murphy. There's another one. Hedquist from Lep and Vokac. Things are looking good so far. This is only the first period. All right, and then the second period. There's a goal for Zernov in the second period from Artukin and LaFond. Oh, there's another one for Colorado. Oscar Eriksson. Was he a former player of ours? No, okay. I'm pretty sure we've had a couple of Erikssons before on the Calgary Flames. So just wanted to see if that was one of them, but it appears not. But he gets Colorado with a 2-goal deficit. Come on, Calgary. There it is. Doug Elfring with the second of the game from Lep and Glockner. Makes it 5-2. Hanging in the third period now. Oh boy. Jonathan Hedquist with a bone bruise. How long is that going to be for? Jared Ming with the goal for Colorado. Makes it a 2-goal deficit once again. Jeremy Blais with the goal for Colorado. Come on, Calgary. Close it out. All right, there you go. Cape Blizzard from Wolf and Auer. Makes it 6-4. And there's the 7-4 goal. Lawrence with his second of the game from Vasu and Sakhanov. And we move on to the second round. A bit close there, but we did pull it off in the end. Shots at 32-24 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Murphy, Knight, and Blizzard. Right, how long is Hedquist out for? That's a major injury, it looks like. 2-3 weeks. Yeah, that's at least the entire second round, if not headed into the third round. And it's time for the second round against the Seattle Kraken, who are 49-30-3 during the regular season. Game number 1 will be a 4-1 Seattle victory. Shots are 41-32 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game are Drolet, Till, and Afanasievsky. That's a long one. Afanasievsky, there you go. Here we go. Game number 2. Come on, Calgary. That'll be a 4-0 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 32-22 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Pegamagabo, Henderson, and Lawrence. Game number 3. Series tied at 1. It will be a 3-2 Seattle victory. Shots at 37-28 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Palednik, Blizzard, and Fortier. All right, Calgary. Game number 4. Let's get this tied at 2. There it is. 5-0 victory for your Calgary Flames. Shots at 38-20 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Vokach, Murphy, and Lawrence. Here we go. Game number 5 at home will be a 10-3 victory. My goodness, Calgary. Shots at 52-20 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Wolf with a 4-point night, Henderson with a 4-point night, and Elfring with a 2-point night. Oh, see, actually going on in the first there. We got off to a 6-0 lead early. I mean, that's certainly how you take control of a game. All right, game number 6. Elimination game number 6. Going into it. First period underway. Nothing doing. Second period time. Oh, there's a goal by Seattle. Camazola. Oh, there's a goal for Pegamagabo from Lawrence and Vokach. Ooh, there's another goal for them. Per Dahl, the goal, makes it 2-1. Oh, there's another one. Martin Meyer makes it 3-1 before the end of the second. 4-1 before the end of the second. Benjamin Lievema. Oh, man. Bit of a mountain to climb here in the third. Come on, Calgary. Not looking good. Rafael Drolet makes it 5-1. Not coming back in this one. And there must have actually been a Calgary goal before this goal by Fortier, as it's now 6-2. I must have just played too quickly. But nonetheless, it is a 6-2 win for the Seattle Kraken, and we are headed to a game 7. Shots are 33-17 in favor of Calgary, but Seattle makes their shots count. Do they ever? 3 stars of the game: Endian, Lievema, and Fortier. Third round appearance on the line. Let's go, Calgary. First period underway. Oh, there's a goal for Seattle right before the end of the first. Palednik makes it 1-0. Second period time. Nothing doing. Come on, Calgary. Get something going here in the third. And there we go. Semenikov with a goal from Henderson and Pegamagabo. Gets it tied midway through the third period. And we are headed to overtime. Seattle with the goal, and we are out. Shots at 32-27 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Camazola, Semenikov, and Perron. Check out the playoff stats quickly, and then we'll move things on to the next year. You got Vokach with 15 points, Pegamagabo with 11, Lawrence with 10, Henderson with 8. Where's Elfring here? Only 5 points for Elfring in the playoffs? Really? In 13 games played? That's a first. That's a first for that kind of performance out of him in the playoffs. Normally he's point per game, as we see. Definitely wasn't Elfring's best showing in the playoffs. In fact, I'd say it was probably his worst in his career so far. But, you know, he is getting older, so I suppose that's to be expected to an extent. Nordstrom with a 907 save percentage in 13 games played. I mean, he could have done better, but he didn't do terrible. But ultimately, whatever accomplishments we had during the regular season this year ends up in disappointment here as we have our season cut short. So that we'll cut over to the 2045-46 season, assuming Elfring is coming back, because we're gonna go until Elfring retires. That's how long this video is gonna be. It's just whenever Elfring hangs up the skates, we are going to be resigning from the Calgary Flames. Speaking of Elfring, we do need to renew his contract. You know what? Regardless, he's a Flame for life. So yeah, gotta do this. All right, it's time for the 2045-46 playoffs with your Calgary Flames. We finished 58-21-3. Once again, first in the league, 119 points. I mean, what can I say? This team has been very good for a very long time now. Unfortunately, we haven't won the Stanley Cup since 2041-42. And our roster obviously has undergone quite a bit of change since then. But I still think that this group can get it done. Henderson finishes with an 100-point season for the second consecutive year. Then you have Pegamagabo with 78 points, Semenikov with 72. Elfring, unfortunately, did fall off due to age a little bit. 51 points in 74 games played, so still more than serviceable. But it is pretty clear that between this year and last playoffs, age is starting to show. But that's okay, because you know what? We're riding them out to the end. Goal, you have Watson with an 899 save percentage and Nordstrom with a 905. So luckily that didn't impact our record too much, but I am a little nervous about our goaltending going into the playoffs. We were first in goals for per game with 3.78. Goals against per game, we were 7th in the league with a 2.79. Power play, we were 3rd in the league with a 22.5. And penalty kill, we were 4th in the league with an 83.6. So as long as goaltending can clean it up here, we should be on our way to what I believe would be an 8th Stanley Cup. I'd really like to help this man win one more, at least one more Stanley Cup before he retires. So here we go. Game 1 against the Colorado Avalanche will be a 2-1 Calgary Flames victory. Shots are 30-28 in favor of Colorado, but we pull off the win. 3 stars of the game: Henderson, Phillips, and Semenikov. Oh boy, Cody Glockner's injured. Oh no, that doesn't seem good. Ugh, fractured thumb, 1 to 2 months. That's basically the playoffs. Luckily, Uno Lepp is close to coming back from his MCL sprain, but it's not pretty. All right, here we go. Game number 2 will be a 3-2 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 31-27 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game: Knight, Govadaris, and Semenikov. All right, good. Uno Lepp is back, so we will get him back in the lineup. And that will take out Kokaryov, I suppose. And game number 3 against Colorado will be a 4-2 Colorado victory. Shots at 33-32 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Lerbecmo, Henderson, and Marto. All right, game number 4 time in Colorado. We're up 2-1 in the series. What will it be after game number 4? We have another 4-2 Colorado victory. Shots at 36-29 in favor of Colorado. 3 stars of the game: Govadaris, Hedqvist, and McGivern. Pivotal game number 5 here, and we win 5-2. Shots are 42-27 in favor of Colorado, but we pull off the win. 3 stars of the game: Pegamagabo, Lepp, and Watson with a .952 save percentage. All right, Calgary, elimination game number 6 underway. There it is. Lazar Auer with the goal puts us up 1-0 in the first period. There's another one: Eric Lawrence from Blizzard and Knights makes it 2-0. There's another one: Semenikov from Pegamagabo and Henderson makes it 3-0. And there's one: Eric Lawrence with his second of the game from CJ Wolf makes it 4-0 before the end of the first, nonetheless. So pretty comfortable lead here heading into the second. There's another one: Maxim Vokac from Eric Lawrence makes it 5-0. Oh, there's their first of the game. Clayton Kapasicit makes it 5-1. Hey, the third period, and we seem to have this one all but wrapped up here. As yes, indeed, we finish this off 5-1, and we move on to the second round. Shots at 34-26 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Lawrence, Henderson, and Knight. And we will be facing the LA Kings in the second round, who were 46-25-11 during the regular season. Here we go. Game 1 against LA will be a 4-2 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 36-34 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Semenikov, Leshevsky, and Henderson. Game number 2 against LA will be a 5-3 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 37-22 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Vokac, Leshevsky, and Hedqvist. Oh no, Henderson down with an injury, 1%. Oh no. Oh man. There goes our number 1 center. A 5-star center down for probably the rest of the playoffs. That is unfortunate. You absolutely hate to see it. We got CJ Wolf as our first line center now between Blizzard and Semenikov. Actually, now that I think about it, where's Elfring? Is Elfring scratched? How has he been doing so far these playoffs? And he's got 4 points in 8 games. That's not terrible. I mean, come on, coach. You're going to bench a legend like that? You're going to bench a Calgary Flames legend in the middle of the playoffs, nonetheless? Quite an interesting choice there by coach. I mean, he's had a lot of success here in Calgary, so I suppose, you know, I can't doubt him too much, but that is certainly a choice. Okay, there you go. Elfring's back in the lineup on the third line, but, you know, understandable, especially since Pegamagabo and Blizzard, I believe, did better during the regular season as far as point scoring goes. Actually, no, Blizzard only had 25 points. I thought for sure he would have been ahead of Elfring after last season that he had 65 points. But it appears he only got 25 this year. And he was definitely injured for a good portion of the year. Only 43 games played there. But Pegamagabo was sure, 78 points. All right, game number 3 against LA. We are now without Dan Henderson for the remainder of the playoffs. So this should be interesting. We have a 2-0 Calgary Flames victory. That is huge. Shots are 26-22 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Elfring with a 2-point night. Hurd and Lawrence. So there you go, Coach Elfring. Despite being in his twilight years of his career now, he still puts up a good performance there in game number 3. Here we go. Elimination game number 4. Let's do this, Calgary. And nothing happened in the first. Shots were 15-5, but we still could not put anything by the LA goaltender. There it is. Maxim Vokac with his 5th of the playoffs from Elfring, and Semenikov makes it 1-0. There's another one. K. Blizzard from Vasut makes it 2-0. And that is it for the second. Heading into the third, up by 2. There's one for LA. Bruce Page gets them on the board. But there's another one for us. K. Blizzard with the second of the game from Knights, and Lawrence makes it 3-1. But there's one for them. Russell Tucker gets to the goal halfway through the third. But there's another one for us. CJ Wolf is his first of the playoffs from Lawrence and Lepp. Makes it 4-2. And there's another one. CJ Wolf with his second of the game from Lepp. Makes it 5-2, and that is it for this series. We are moving on to the Western Conference Finals, and pretty good performance, especially without our star center in Dan Henderson. Shots of 39-20 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game: Blizzard, Lawrence, and Wolf. Oh, are you kidding me? CJ Wolf now too? How long is he out for? All right, so we're back day to day. That's fine. Hopefully the next series drags on a little bit. Yeah, it looks like Arizona's only up 2-1 right now, so we should have a few days rest here. And we have Arizona in the third round of the playoffs, who were 47, 29, and 6 during the regular season. We did actually have quite the break there, as our last game was on the 8th. It is now heading into the 16th, so over a week of no games played, and yet Wolf is still out with the sore back, so I don't know if he's going to be available for the next game. I mean, he's now at a point where he can play, but we'll see what coach does here with the lineups. I'd imagine he'll take him out, yeah, for Jameson. All right, game number 1 against Arizona will be a 9-1 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 47-27 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Semenikov with a 4-point night, Elfring with a 3-point night, and Vokac with 2 goals. All right, CJ Wolf is back, and we are ready for game number 2, which will be a 1-0 Calgary Flames victory. So after the 9-1 blowout, we have the lowest score possible in a 1-0 shutout victory over Arizona. Shots at 30-28 in favor of Arizona. 3 stars of the game: Watson with the shutout, Weaver, and Semenikov. Oh no, Doug Elfring injured. How long? Doesn't look too bad. Only 72% fitness. Yeah, hip soreness, day to day. Okay, I mean, to be fair, I guess that's going to happen when you're at his age, right? 36. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about that. So we'll get him out of the lineup for now, but hopefully he comes back soon. All right, game number 3 against Arizona. We're up 2-0 right now. We have a 7-4 Calgary Flames victory in game number 3. We are up 3-0 in the series. Shots are 57-24 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Knight with a 5-point night. And then you have Lep and Semenikov as the other 3 stars of the game. Ooh, Jameson's injured now. All right, it's just soreness, but we're going to have to call up somebody here. Here we go. Elimination game 4 against Arizona. What'll it be? There it is. There's the first goal of the game for us. K. Blizzard from Hedquist and Wolf. Makes it 1-0. There's another one. Vokac with his 10th of the playoffs from Lep and Pegamagabo. Makes it 2-0. There's one for them. JP Delgarno makes it 2-1. But 2-2, Rob Baker. We are tied just like that halfway through the first. But there's another one. K. Blizzard from Lep and Wolf. This is quite an active first period here. As there's another one. Pegamagabo with his 5th of the playoffs from Lawrence and Vokac. 4-2 before the end of the first, heading into the locker room up by 2. And there's another one. Pegamagabo with his 2nd of the game from Semenikov and Vokac. There's another one. CJ Wolf from Lep and Hedquist. We're looking good here. We're looking good. There's another one. Semenikov with his 9th of the playoffs from Lep and Vokac. And oh man, we're running away with this one now. Semenikov from Lep and Vasut. We still got a full period of hockey to play. How is this going to end? 9-2 now. Vokac with the 2nd of the game and his 5th point of the night from Pegamagabo and Knight. And how far can we take this here? And that looks to be it. We will finish off this game at 9-2, and we are headed to the Stanley Cup Finals. Shots are 40-9 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game: Lep, Vokac, both with 5-point nights, and then Pegamagabo with a 4-point night. And we are headed to the Stanley Cup Finals, so we'll see who we have. Looking like it might be Toronto based off their series there. They're up 3-1, is what I believe I saw. And really good news, Glockner is back in the lineup, so very much needed for our upcoming series against whoever it is. And it will be Toronto. They win against Washington in 5 games. So we have Toronto versus Calgary, an all-Canadian Stanley Cup final. Toronto was 44-30-8 during the regular season. It appears Henderson is actually day-to-day as well, so I wonder if he might end up being able to come back during the Stanley Cup finals. Probably not, just based off the type of injury he had. It was a fractured thumb, right? Yeah, so probably not, but you never know. Maybe he comes back for a game 7. I mean, hopefully he doesn't get that far. Hopefully we just take care of Toronto pretty quickly here. But you know what? Games are played for a reason. So here we go. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against Toronto will be a 4-1 Toronto victory. Shots are 41-23 in favor of Calgary, but they get the win. 3 stars of the game: Mikkonen, Lawrence, and Lindoff. Game number 2 against Toronto will be a 5-4 Toronto victory. Shots were 41-29 in favor of Toronto. 3 stars of the game: Mikkonen, Lawrence, and Murray. We're down 2-0 just like that in the Stanley Cup Finals. That's a bit unfortunate. Where's Henderson at with his injury? Is he able to play yet? No, fortunately not. And it will be a 3-2 Calgary Flames victory, so we avoid going down 3-0 in the series. That's huge. Shots at 35-28 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game: Semenikov, Nielsen, and Blizzard. All right, game number 4. It will be a 2-1 Toronto victory. Shots are 42-19 in favor of your Calgary Flames, but we still cannot pull off the win. 3 stars of the game: McMorrin, Murphy, and Lawrence. That hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh man, we outplayed them by a pretty wide margin there in terms of shots, but you hate to see it. Here we go. Game number 5. We are backs against the wall in an elimination game. Let's do it, Calgary. There it is. Pegamogbo right off the bat. 20 seconds in from Henderson and Semenikov. Puts us up 1-0. There's another one. Sakhanov from Auer and O'Quinn. And we're up 2-0 heading into the second period. I will certainly take it. Oh, Semenikov goes down with a major injury. Sprained ankle. All right, there's one for Edward Murphy from Hedquist and Pegamogbo. Up 3-0 so far here in this game. There's one for them. David Hayter. But there's another one to follow it up. Kay Blizzard with the unassisted goal makes it 4-1 headed into the third period. There's one for Ray Murray, so they make it 4-2, making it interesting halfway through the third. But Yuri Vasu from Henderson at Hedquist makes it 5-2. 6-2, Jonathan Hedquist from Lep and Sakhanov. And we have this game wrapped up. We win 6-2. And we make it a 3-2 series. Shots of 38-22 in favor of Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game: Hedquist, Henderson, and Pegamogbo. All right, how long is this Semenikov injury for? It's going to be the rest of the playoffs. Yeah, sprained ankle, 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, so Henderson, despite having a fractured thumb, gets in there for that game against Toronto. And we certainly needed him for it. So you know what? He's a warrior. He's a hockey player, for that matter. And his timing, honestly, could not have been better. We definitely needed him for that game. Here we go. Game number 6. Come on, Calgary. We could push a game 7 here. Anything could happen. There it is. Uno Lep with the unassisted goal. Puts us up 1-0. Oh, but there's a goal for them. Ray Murray. Tied at 1. Alexander Mironov makes it 2-1. We've come back from worse before. Second period underway. Oh, Ray Murray again. Let's go, Calgary. Pegamogbo from Queerd and Henderson. Makes it 3-2. But there's a goal for them. And Kowiak makes it 4-2. And the third period down by 2. Come on, Calgary. Come on, Calgary. Vokac from Pegamogbo and Glockner. You got one more in you. You got one more in you. There it is. Eric Lawrence from Pegamogbo and Vokac. We're all tied. And we have overtime. Okay. Toronto takes the victory and the Stanley Cup. Laporte with the goal. And that ends our hopes and dreams for this year. Very unfortunate. Shots of 40-35 in favor of Toronto. 3 stars of the game: Murray, Pegamogbo, and Mikkonen. And it's getting to that point now because Elfring, 37 years of age, he's getting up there. I don't know how much time he has left in the NHL at this point. I mean, he's still a good player. Obviously, he's a 3.5-star ability still, but he's been steadily dropping. His ratings are clearly not as good as they used to be. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of years here with him. So that's certainly one I would have liked to have back for sure, because he's got precious few opportunities left to win one more Stanley Cup here. Yep, there it is. Toronto. It looks like we gave them the toughest time out of any team there. So after, what is that? 79 years? After 79 years, the Toronto Maple Leafs have finally won the Stanley Cup. My goodness. The last one in 1967. It is now 2046. That's a long way, Toronto fans. I mean, some people might have gone their whole lives without seeing Toronto win a Stanley Cup in that time. Man, that's rough. But you know what? They finally got it. So there you go. Congratulations, Toronto. All right, here we are with the 2046-47 playoffs. We finished the year 56-21-5. Good enough for, once again, first in the entire league. Henderson, for a third year in a row, leads the team in scoring 109 points on the season. 73 points for Semenikov, follows up last season. Pegamogbo with 63 and 67, even at 36 years of age. CJ Wolf coming into his own, 56 points in 78 games played. Unfortunately, we are going into the playoffs with Doug Elfring on the injury reserve list. He got the first major injury of his career earlier in the season. I believe it was February? Yeah, February 7th against Columbus, where he got a major injury, and he finished his season with 34 points in 51 games played. So age certainly showing itself at this point on Doug Elfring, but like I said, we're carrying this through to the very end of his career until he retires. Oh, speaking of which, the Calgary Flames automatically retired Jeremy DeBoo's number 1, who is now retired. He retired at 35 years of age, played last season with Vegas, and then announced his retirement. So when the time comes to end off this GM mode, there's one less number that we'll have to worry about officially retiring because the game did it for me. Anyway, got a little sidetracked there. Watson in goal in 69 games played with a 904 save percentage and a 901 in 15 for Nordstrom. So still not the best goaltending, unfortunately. Hopefully they can pick it up in the playoffs. And team stats wise, goals for per game, we were first in the league with a 3.84. Goals against per game, we were second in the league with a 2.57, almost first. Power play, we were sixth in the league with a 23.6. And the penalty kill, unfortunately, kind of down there, 20th in the league with a 78.9. And we are starting out round number 1 against the Vegas Golden Knights, who were 45, 33, and 4 on the regular season. So going into it right away. Game number 1, we have a 6-0 Calgary victory. Shots are 41-34 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Watson with the shutout. Hagfist and Glockner. And game 2 against Vegas will be a 3-2 Calgary Flames victory. Shots are 41-14 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game, Henderson, Hietala, and Lawrence. Game number 3, we're up 2-0 in the series. Can we make it 3-0? Yes, we can. A 7-4 victory. Shots are 59-29 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Vokac, Hagfist, and Knight. Oh boy, Uno Lep is injured. He's our best defenseman. Indefinite. Ruptured Achilles tendon. How long's indefinite? 4 months? Okay, so at the very least, he'll be back for next season. But man, that's a rough loss for these playoffs. All right, here we go. Elimination game number 4 underway. Let's go, Calgary. Oh man, Tony Ears gets the first goal for Vegas. But there's one by Davis McDonald, recent draft pick of ours, I believe. Yeah, our 10th overall pick in 2045. And he gets us on the board from Shantsev and Jensen. Ooh, but there's another one for Vegas. Douglas Carmen makes it 2-1. And there's another one in the second period. Brad McNaughton for Vegas gets them up by 2. Oh, but there's one for your Calgary Flames. Eric Lawrence from Blizzard and Wolf makes it 3-2. 3-3, Dan Henderson from Semenikov and Blizzard. There's the 4-3 goal for your Calgary Flames. Semenikov from Vasu and Shantsev. And there's another one, Edward Murphy from Wolf and Lawrence. We're up by 2. There it is, Davis McDonald with his second of the game from Jensen and Murphy. And we have a pretty comfortable lead heading into the third here. Oh, there's one for Vegas. Kosiski makes it 6-4. But there's the 7-4 goal. CJ Wolf with his third point of the night. And that will do it. We are moving on to the second round. Shots of 36-20 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game, Wolf, McDonald, and Shantsev. And we'll be facing the LA Kings, who are 46, 25, and 11. Getting right into it. Game number 1 will be a 6-1 Calgary Flames victory. Shots are 34-28 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Shantsev, Henderson, and Sokolovich. Game number 2 will be a 4-3 LA Kings victory. Shots are 32-31 in favor of LA. 3 stars of the game, Draper, Glockner, and Giberson. Oh boy, Jonathan Hagfist is injured. Day-to-day ankle laceration. I know it's not bad, but still missing him for a couple games there at least. All right, game number 3 will be a 4-2 Calgary Flames victory. Shots at 46-22 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Sakinov, Richards, and Glockner. Game number 4 against LA will be a 5-3 Calgary Flames victory. Shots are 39-22 actually in favor of LA, but we make our shots count there. 3 stars of the game, Semenikov, Castillo, and Henderson. Oh no. Henderson injured. It's a mild calf strain day-to-day. Still would prefer not to have my star center missing for a couple games in the playoffs. That could be all the difference there. CJ Wolf slotting in on the first line center now. And CJ Wolf's not bad. He's a 3.5-star ability right now, but still would obviously prefer the 5-star guy there. But we're gonna have to make do. Oh, looks like Elfring is actually pretty close to coming back. Yeah, he's, I'd say maybe a day or so. So I'd say by next game, Elfring will be ready to go. All right, here we go. Game number 5 is an elimination game, so we're going into it. First period underway. Oh, right off the bat, Pedro Castillo scores a goal 5 seconds in. And that is instantly a 1-0 game. And there's a 2-0. Dudley Richards with the goal. All right, there's one for us. Davis McDonald from Blizzard and Jensen. And the second period now, down by 1. There's one for us. Shantsev from Murphy and Sokolovich. Makes it tied at 2. There's another one. Vokac from Pegamagabo and Auer. And there's the 4-2 goal. Semenikov from Blizzard and Vokac gets us the 2-goal lead, but not for long. Dudley Richards scores for LA to make it a 1-goal game once again. Oh man, we're going back and forth here. Leshevsky for LA makes it 4-4. Oh man, Russell Tucker makes it 5-4 LA. And we are heading to the third, down by 1. Let's go, Calgary. And nothing happened in the third period, and that is all she wrote for game number 5. We are headed to game number 6. Shots of 34-33 in favor of LA. 3 stars of the game, Richards, Sokolovich, and Castillo. All right, looks like Elfring actually is not back for game number 6 here, but he's got to be so close. I mean, the news article said he's very close to being back to normal, so you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. There's no sense in rushing a 37-year-old like himself back into the lineup. Still obviously a very good player, but nowhere near where he used to be, so I'll do him a favor here and give him some rest. We're up in the series anyway. Let's hope that we can win this game number 6 here. Here we go. First period underway. Come on, Calgary. Do it for Elfring. Oh man, not a good way to start. Nordstrom with the goal for LA. Puts him up 1-0. There's 2-0. Artukin with the goal. Come on, Calgary. All right, there it is. CJ Wolf from Lawrence and Pegamagabo. And in the second period, down by 1. And there's Blizzard 6 of the playoffs from Vokac and Semenikov. We're tied at 2. And the third period now, all tied. Come on, Calgary. Oh man, Artukin with the goal for LA. Puts him up by 1, and we are headed to 7. Shots of 30-23 in favor of LA. 3 stars of the game, Artukin, Wolf, and Petrie. So let's hope that Elfring is back. Yes, indeed, he is. For game number 7, we will get him in there right away. Let's do it, Calgary. Game 7, third round on the line. There it is, Shantsev with the goal from Glockner and Sakhanov to get us started. And there's another one, Matthias Jensen with the goal from Wolf and Glockner. We're up 2-0. Oh, but there's a goal by Tebet for LA. All right, we're up by 1 heading to the second period. Oh, but there's one for LA. Gossard makes it 2-2. Ugh. Nordstrom, you can feel the momentum on their side. Come on, Calgary. There it is, Lazar Hour from Glockner and Pegamagabo. All right, and in the third period, tied at 3. There you go. Solace with the goal from Sakhanov and Blizzard. There's another one, Semenikov from Blizzard and Queerd. Up by 2. Halfway through the third. Hold this lead, Calgary. And there it is. Vokac with 5 seconds remaining from Pegamagabo and Queerd. And we win the series in a nail-biting game 7. There you go, boys. So we were off to the third round. Shots of 29-27 in favor of LA. 3 stars of the game. Glockner, Solace, and Sakhanov. And we will be facing the Colorado Avalanche in the third round of the playoffs. So getting right into it. Game number 1 will be a 4-2 Colorado victory. Shots at 41-28 in favor of your Calgary Flames, but they made their shots count. 3 stars of the game, Govadaris, Elfring with the assist, and Caldwell with a .951 save percentage. All right, game number 2 will be a 5-1 Colorado victory. Shots at 37-25 in favor of your Calgary Flames, so once again, we outshot them, but their shots count. 3 stars of the game, McGivern, Caldwell, and Marto. Game number 3, come on, Calgary. There it is, 5-3 victory. Shots of 39-30 in favor of your Calgary Flames. 3 stars of the game, Pegamagabo with the hat trick, Kapasisit, and Lawrence. Oh boy, Blizzard is injured. He's out day-to-day, groin soreness. So it looks like McDonald's probably going to get in there. And for some reason, Coach now has Henderson on the third line. Okay, whatever you say, Coach. I mean, we'll see if it pays off. All right, here we go. Game number 4 against Colorado will be a 3-1 Colorado victory. Shots of 34-32 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, McGivern, Lawrence, and Govadaris. All right, here we go. Elimination game 5. We're up with our backs against the wall. Let's do it, Calgary. Oh man, Yuri Rausa on Colorado now, it looks like. Makes it 1-0 Colorado early in the first. There's a goal for us. Hedquist from Vokac and Pegamagabo. And Kapasisit scores for Colorado, making it 2-1. But 2-2 from Dan Henderson from Pegamagabo and Semenikov. There's another one for us. CJ Wolf from Sakhanov and Lawrence. And that'll be it for the second period. Heading into the third, up by 1. Can we push this to a game? Ming with the goal. Yuri Rausa with the goal. And that's it. John McGivern with the dagger with 4 seconds left. And we do not get to go back to the Stanley Cup final. Shot to 38-28 in favor of Calgary. 3 stars of the game, Rausa, Pegamagabo, and Tiro. Of course, Henderson's also injured after that game. So we'll see what happens with Elfring after this season, because he's, getting up there in age. I believe heading on 38 now. When's his birthday? May 27th, so literally just a few days away from turning 38. Yeah, this will be interesting. And the Stanley Cup champions are the Washington Capitals. So there you go. That is the first time they won in this simulation. The last one in 2018. Hey, there you go. Zach Fitzgerald wins Coach of the Year. We have now gotten to the point where I'm putting points into self-preservation. I've maxed out all of my head coach ratings. Oh, man. Yep, all that by my in-game age of 49. Oh, there it is. There it is. It looks like we are wrapping up this series with the Calgary Flames right now. Doug Elfring, at the age of 38, has retired from the NHL. And not only that, but it appears Zach Fitzgerald, our coach, has also retired in the same offseason. This, combined with this, is a huge gut punch that I was expecting, but I don't think I was expecting them in the same season, to be honest with you. Oh man, Doug Elfring, what a player. Finishes off his career with 1,389 games played, 627 goals, 644 assists for 1,271 points, a plus 509 on his career. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Now, let's take a look at the playoffs now. Yeah, as you can see, he did struggle quite a bit towards the end of his career in the playoffs. His career totals in the playoffs: 241 games played, 113 goals, 124 assists for 237 points, nearly a point per game, plus 126. My goodness. I mean, he was the complete package. Let's go over all of his awards here, because why not? 2 Hart trophies, one in 2038-39, and then the other in 2041-42. He had the Hobie Baker Award in the NCAA. He had 2 Conn Smythes, one in 2034-35, and then the other in 2039-40. 2 Frank J. Selkes in 2033-34, and then 36-37. 3 Maurice Richards in 37-38, 40-41, and 41-42. 3 Art Rosses in 38-39, 40-41, and 41-42. Yeah, the Marc Messier Leadership Award in 2043-44. 9 All-Star appearances, 10 gold medals, 3 silver medals, 3 bronze medals, a championship with the Western Michigan Broncos, and 7 Stanley Cup championships. What a player. I'm officially saying, I'm saying it right now. He is the best player in channel history, without a doubt. And not to mention, number officially retired by the Calgary Flames. I didn't even have to do it. I didn't have to do it. That's just the computer doing that automatically. Yeah, as we see, Calgary congratulates Doug Elfring on the retiring of his number. The number will be formally retired at a pre-game ceremony next year. Wow, what a GM mode. What a GM mode. Let's take a look at this history. Yep, he finished well above Jerome McGinley, and actually Alex Pegamagobo has now officially passed Jerome McGinley as well in total points. Leads the franchise in goals, leads the franchise in assists. An absolutely incredible player. The most game-winning goals in franchise history with 116. I mean, he was Captain Clutch for a reason. The most hits in franchise history, 3,915. He is just the complete package. Most shots blocked as well as a forward. 1,586. Jeez. And look at the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't think there's really any doubt that you could call Doug Elfring the best player in franchise history. And as I said earlier, in channel history. I don't think there's any doubting it. 617 hits in the playoffs, 230 shots blocked. That's second all time, only to Glockner with 282. Yeah, he's got franchise records in 7 different categories. 6 over here for the career, and 1 over here in a single season. He has 310 hits in a season. He had the most goals in a game with 5 back October 12th, 2041. Now look at the team data. Yep, there it is. Number 10, retired by your Calgary Flames, Doug Elfring. Now, are there any other numbers I would retire? They haven't officially retired yet as players, but I think it would have to be Pegamagobo. And Glockner, I would say yes, just because his defensive prowess throughout the majority of his career, dare I say all of his career so far with the Calgary Flames, has been phenomenal and game-changing during all of our Stanley Cup runs especially. So I would retire his number whenever he decides to hang him up. Henderson as well. I mean, he's only 28 at the moment, but he's starting to really rack up the points there, and is only 28. Like, he's had 3 100-point seasons already. So I can see him potentially, at some point, if he drags his career out as long as Elfring did, I can see him potentially passing Elfring in points. So I would retire his number as well. I mean, to be fair, we've just had so many great players over the course of this GM mode. Obviously, the game already retired Debut, so I didn't have to do that one. But yeah, there we go. There is the Calgary Flames GM mode all wrapped up. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure, at least I hope, that the Calgary fans are pretty happy with what has happened here over these past, how long has it been? Actually, I may as well just take a look, one final look at the GM profile here. Yeah, it's been 18 years here in Calgary, so I hope that for the majority of those 18 years that the Calgary fans have been pleased with what has happened here. But you know what? It all started in Western Michigan, where we drafted our guy Doug Elfring in the National Signing Day, and who knew that that very action would form an entirely new GM mode in the same save file and create one of the legends of channel history. 4 championships with Western Michigan, 7 championships with Calgary, 3 Executive of the Year awards. I mean, that's a pretty good career, all by the age of 49. I mean, maybe I'll play this save file some more myself. I don't know if this is going to continue into any other future GM modes because frankly, I can feel the simulation really starting to slow down at this point. So probably not. I mean, maybe, but if that is the case, then I'm not sure what else I would do with this save file at this point. Maybe like, maybe I could create the kid of Doug Elfring. Just create a Doug Elfring Jr. and we go from there. And instead of being with Calgary, we go with like a custom 33rd team or something. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. But regardless, that is the end of this particular GM mode. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one.